This 5-mile circular walk was recorded at the end of March, following a fairly damp few weeks. I planned the walk to discover what remains of Goytsclough paint mill, and it includes a mix of terrain. Starting from Erwood Hall car park, the walk passes the ruins of Erwood Hall and then along picturesque paths, before rising up and along a ridge line and then down a fairly rocky path to Goytsclough, returning along the attractive riverside path. Walk up the slope from the car park, passing the display board on your left, and go through a gap in the stone wall at the top, and then diagonally right down the path. Turn right following the sign to Erwood Hall. These evocative ruins are all that now remain of a once grand country house, which would have enjoyed unparalleled views across the Goyt Valley. Built around 1840, it was demolished less than a century later, in 1934, shortly after the land had been purchased to build the twin reservoirs. There's lots of information on the companion website at www.goyt-valley.org.uk about the hall and the Grimshaw family who once lived here. The Grimshaw family crest can clearly be seen above the entrance door, and it's still there today, at the foot of the steps leading up to the ruins. From the hall, follow the path to the right, past what would have been the stables. It can get a bit muddy along here after rain, and we've had a lot of that over the past few weeks. Follow the path down some steps, over a small footbridge, and turn left over another footbridge, heading up the slope to your left. The stone ruins at the end of this path are all that's left of Cottage farmhouse, demolished at the same time as the hall, as well as 13 other farmhouses on the Grimshaw estate. Continue walking in the same direction, with the stone walls which once surrounded vegetable gardens on your left. A short distance further on the left are the remains of Shooter's Cottage, which was once home to Jack Hewitt and his family. He was manager of the nearby coal mine. Follow the path as it rises gently up the slope until you reach the end, then cross a small stream. This is Shooter's Clough. It was a flash flood running down here which spelled the end of the coal mine in the 1930s. Continue up the other side, heading up the slope. There are some great views across Shooter's Clough Valley along here. A path on the left will take you back to Erwood car park. But to continue this walk, follow the path around to the right and then left between a couple of stone gate posts. As you exit this path through a small gate, you will see Erwood Reservoir nestling in the valley to your left. To shorten the walk, simply follow the track down the slope to reach the car park. But to continue, turn right, keeping the stone wall on your right. You eventually reach a small gate on your right. This leads to Shining Tor with its wonderfully panoramic views. There is a walk on the companion website along this ridge. But to continue this walk, keep heading along the same path with the wall on your right. Go through the gate and follow the footpath sign on your left, pointing down towards Goytsclough Quarry. This part of the walk was quite muddy and waterlogged, and walking boots were essential. Cross a junction of paths and then a couple of stiles, following the narrow track as it winds down through the trees. Soon you reach a small stream known as Deep Clough, with the remains of a stone-built sluice to the left. This once controlled water which turned the millstones of Goytsclough paint factory. As you reach the top of the slope on the other side, a footpath sign points ahead to Derbyshire Bridge. A little further in this direction lie some stone walls which are all that remains of Goytsclough Farm. Turn left at the footpath sign in the direction of Goytsclough Quarry. The paint mill lay below, with a cliff face forming the rear wall. Follow a narrow path over a small bridge and then down beside a small waterfall to reach the ground level. Ahead you should be able to just make out a rectangle on a slightly higher level. These are the foundations of the mill workers' cottages. This old photo, possibly dating from the late 1890s, shows 3 children standing in front of the cottages. The waterfall on the right is the same one that exists today. Head across the road and look down in the valley to the right to see the Packhorse Bridge, which once lay in the centre of the drowned hamlet of Goyt's Bridge. It was moved here in 1965 during the construction of Erwood Reservoir. Turn left along the road and you soon come to an open area which was once used to load stone from Goytsclough quarry. Just past the no entry signs, look out for a footpath sign on your right which leads down to the picturesque riverside path, or alternatively, simply return along the road to reach the car park. Exit the riverside path through a gate and head across the road and through a metal gate. Turn right when you eventually get to a couple of stone gate posts, and the car park is a short distance down the slope. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Please do visit the companion website for lots more walks, photos and information about this magical part of the Peak District National Park. Thanks for watching.